Hey everyone, today we are going to continue our conversation about rates and unit rates. So, over the last couple of days, we've been talking about how we can use unit ratios to convert units, and then we said that we would expand that into being able to talk about rates and unit rates that are more fluid or changeable. So, here I have some examples of rates. Now, rates are a comparison of two units by division. So when I talk about rates in general right now, I'm going to be talking about something that has two different units. So dollars and an item, or miles and hours, or miles and gallons, two different things that are being compared to each other. So in my first example, I have $15 for 5 fish. So that means $15 over 5 fish. And then my second one, I have 450 miles traveled in 3 hours. So 450 miles over 3 hours. Now, in the next part here, we're going to talk about unit rates and unit prices. Okay. In a unit rate or a unit price, it says the unit of 1 is always in the denominator of the fraction. So just like we talked about yesterday and the day before that with unit ratios, when we were comparing 12 inches to 1 foot, 3 feet to 1 yard, 2 cups to 1 pint, that 1 always came second. The same thing happens with unit rates and unit prices. So this $15 for 5 fish then becomes $3 for each fish, or $3 for 1 fish. Same thing with the 450 miles per hour. 450 miles in 3 hours is the same as 150 miles in 1 hour, or 150 miles per hour. So this right here is your miles per hour. And you probably see that on street signs in town all the time. So now what we're going to do is we are going to practice writing rates and unit rates, because just like everything else that we've talked about this chapter, writing things in the appropriate order matters. So we know that order matters. So in our first couple of examples here, it says highlight the information and action or question sentences in different colors before we write the rate, because sometimes we're going to be given information and then we're going to be told what to do with that information. So number 1, so I'm going to use yellow for information, and I'm going to use blue for action. So in number 1, it says in 5 minutes, Anna downloaded 35 songs. That is information that I need to be able to set up the rate. This sentence does not tell me how to set up the rate. The next part says, how many songs did she download per minute? This per minute right here, that means that minutes goes on the bottom. Think of per like your fraction bar. So I've got songs downloaded per minute. So it says, what rate are they asking for? They are asking for songs per minute. So when I write my rate and I look at my information, it says in 5 minutes, Anna downloaded 35 songs. That information is in the incorrect order. So when I write my rate, it has to be songs on top, minutes on the bottom. So I'm going to write 35 songs in 5 minutes. Now, in order to write a unit rate, I want a 1 on the bottom. That means that I'm going to divide both the top and the bottom by whatever is in the bottom. So this number down here is the number that I'm going to divide by. So I'm going to divide this fraction by 5 over 5. 35 divided by 5 is 7 songs. 5 divided by 5 is 1 minute. So my unit rate is 7 songs in 1 minute. Number 2 says it costs $36 for 4 tickets. That is, again, the information. It does not tell me what to do with that information yet. Then it says, how much does it cost for each ticket? This for each is the same as per, and that means that tickets go on the bottom. So I'm going to have dollars over tickets. You could write cost over tickets. I like to use a dollar sign. So my rate, excuse me, and this time my values are in the correct order. The $36 goes on top and 4 tickets goes on the bottom. To get my unit rate, I want to divide by the value that's in the bottom. So I'm going to divide by 4. And I am left with on top $9 and on the bottom 1 ticket. Number 3 says to buy 5 candy bars at the store, it costs $3. That is my information sentence. How much does it cost for each candy bar? Again, that for each is like the word per, and per is my fraction bar. So candy bars go on the bottom. So they are asking for the cost per candy bar. So my rate is $3 for 5 candy bars. And I'm going to divide by 5 on both the top and the bottom. 3 divided by 5 is 0.60. It's 60 cents for 1 candy bar. Okay, so I highlighted my information and my action sentences in 2 different colors because remember that order matters and the information is not always given to you in order. And then after you write your rate, to find your unit rate, you want to get a 1 on the bottom.